So these are the new pants. Can't really see. Can you see? Got some little details. And then the tunic, can you see? I had to do some more modifications. I had to put a button there and the same on the back because it was still too big. Bloody hell. I just thought, oh, surely going down the next size I'll be fine. No. So these have got quite cool little, it's really hard to see because it's black, little side pockets. And this has just got one little pocket here. Yeah, even the threads at the bottom are going to drive them nuts because they are, it's designed to fray. So that's me ready for my day. My last day at work. And no, it's not, it is a bit see-through, but I've got a pink camisole on underneath. Morena. Last day in my office for the next 6 or so weeks. And I'm just going to have a little tidy up and then we're going to go over and do some other bits and pieces. But I got a few gifts, so I will show you what I got. So lovely Sue, who is our principal secretary, and she's pretty much who I report to for anything HR. And she is so lovely, and she gave me this. And honestly, it smells absolutely divine. Oh, I have another smell. Oh, it's so sweet. It's beautiful. So that was unexpected. I didn't expect anything from Sue. And then our senior leadership team always give the support staff a special gift, and I think it's just an acknowledgement because, you know, we don't get paid through the holidays, and so sometimes we do extra stuff and things like that. So this is what I got, this little Christmassy bag, and we've got some chips. Gotta love chips. Something to help me rejuvenate over the holidays. Thought that was quite funny. I love a chocolate bicky. That's going to be perfect for a cup of tea. I might take it down to Evan's work for a smoko. Oh, favourites. Now my favourite, sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, is Turkish Delight. Yum. One year my mum bought some of these for, oh no, she didn't buy any. She had, when she was because she was a care worker, and a lot of the oldies that she cared for used to give her chocolates and things for Christmas, and Mum didn't really have a massive sweet tooth, and so she'd have all these chocolates in her fridge. And I remember one year she was like, oh, we'll save these ones for when Andrew comes over. That's my brother in Australia. Me being me, love chocolate. I was sneaking my finger through here and just pilfering these chocolates out of the top, and then when he came they were only like half full. This is not a story from when I was a kid. This was a few years ago. Yeah, so there's those. And then something else for my face. And it does look quite nice. There you go. It's got no bad stuff in it. So it'll be quite nice. I've been wanting to try this stuff, so that's good. And then isn't that, I love Anathoth, is really, really nice stuff. If it's not, it's like homemade. Tamarillo and plum chutney. And of course you've got to have your seaweed crackers. I actually really enjoy seaweed crackers. And not my favourite. I don't really like sparkling wine these days. But it'd be good to have at home. Brute's actually quite nice if you put strawberries and berries in it and let it chill. So I might do that. We can have that at Christmas. So, aren't I spoiled? So now I'm just going to whiz around and just make sure the things are unplugged that need to be unplugged. I've got a few books that I want to take home that I haven't grabbed yet. I've got this one here, which is fascinating. And I've got this one, which I don't know whether I told you guys about. I've read one story and it's really good. It's written, it's like Agatha Christie wrote it, so it's really good. It's called Marple. And the writers are these people. Naomi Alderman, Lee Bardugo, Alyssa Cole, Lucy Foley, Ellie Griffiths, Natalie Haynes, Jean Kwok, Val McDermott, Karen M. McManus, Dreda Say Mitchell, Kate Moss, and Ruth Ware. So, yeah, I do plan to do a lot of reading these holidays. I think I've got more in that bag, but I need to have a look what I've put in there. So I'll catch you guys a little bit later. So I'm back. Holidays have started. I've had a nap. Lunch was beautiful. And I've just got an email to say that my DNA results have come back from Ancestry, so I'm going to go and have a look at it now. So my ethnicity estimate, so distant origins, 47% Scottish, 28% England and Northwestern Europe, 11% Wales, 8% Norway, and 6% Irish, which blows me away because Mum's family I thought was like really Irish. And then it sort of gives you a more recent so with the Scotland one, it's Scottish Highlands and Islands, and then Ross and Cromarty, and then with Ireland, it's Central Ireland, North Leinster and East Connacht, Fermanagh and Cavan, and so those are the specific areas. And then the England, Wales, Norway and Ireland don't have specific areas. Right, let's have a look. What else? It says DNA communities, New Zealand, European and British settlers. Oh. And then it's just telling some stories. Oh, it's got some DNA. You share the Scottish Highlands and Islands community with 28 of your DNA matches. Wow. That's quite cool. That is quite cool. Wow. So I inherited from one parent, I inherited more Scottish So I've pretty much got the same amount of Irish from both parents, same amount of Welsh and English. What am I looking at? I'm going to have to look at this a bit more. This is really interesting. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm quite blown away. That is really cool. It's so interesting when you see, because I thought that your ethnicity inheritance was different for siblings, depending, you know, it's quite luck of the draw. And then I was speaking to a friend who's a biology teacher, and she's like, nope, you have exactly the same DNA as your siblings. So I felt really dumb. And now I see here it says ethnicities may be passed down unevenly or not at all. So you and your siblings could have different results. And my nana, like, they've matched me with my nana as a relative. And so, yeah, I've confirmed she's my grandmother. We share 29% of the same DNA, which I'm assuming means that if you imagine that, so you've got 4 grandparents, that's 25% each. I've actually got more of hers than any of my other grandparents. It's very cool. So there you go. I mean, I knew all those places, and I knew about Norway because I knew Nana had an ancestor that emigrated to New Zealand from Norway. But the Irish thing really blows me away because my mother's maiden name is O'Reilly. So, no, her maiden name is Foster, but my grandmother was an O'Reilly, and they were very, very Irish. They were Catholic, so, yeah, I'm really surprised that there wasn't more from there. And no Spanish, so much for that theory, unless it's just because I haven't inherited that. So I think it'd be really cool for my brother and my sister to do it as well. To get I wish Mum was still alive. It'd be so cool to do hers. But yeah. Well, going to have to go and visit Scotland. Yep, that's me. I'm trying to drown a wasp. They are introduced, they're not native, and they're a bloody pest. Not only that, you go sticking your hand in there to do something and you end up getting stung and vicious. Ooh. Yep, I'm definitely going to get that pressure washer out. I've got all these weeds that have come up around here real fast. Look at that rose. I have to do that as well. I actually do have a soaker hose in here. I can just hook that up. I thought, well, I'm here, I'll do this. Whoop. Right, that's enough of that watering. I'll go and do the backyard. I'm back. I've just been on the phone to my nana for the last half an hour. I've been trying to get through to her for about 2 hours, but her phone line was engaged. It's the nana hotline. And, yeah, because I wanted to tell her about my DNA results, and because it matched me with her, because she's had the test done in the past. And I said to Nana, I share 29% of your genes, so I must really take after you. She's like, yes, well, you do take after me with the crafts. You know, she was telling me that she learnt to knit when she was 4 years old. And she said she knitted herself a green short sleeve top when she was 7. And she was making me laugh because she said, you know, you'd have to knit a certain amount of inches. And she said she'd lay it down on the table and she'd stretch it out to measure it. And then she said, as soon as you let go, it'll shrink back down to where it was supposed to be. And I was like, oh, that's what I'm like when I'm knitting the body of my jerseys and stuff. I'm like, oh, come on, it's got to be over soon. Then I keep thinking, yeah, no, if I do that, then I'm going to end up with a crop top. So, yeah, I love it. I love talking to my nana. And then she was telling me that my dad's got COVID. They live in the same town. So my dad's got COVID, and he's already had COVID. My dad is 69. He'll be 70 next year. So, yeah, she said he didn't sound very good, so I won't ring him. I'll ring him tomorrow and I'll see how he is. And of course she's all worried because she doesn't want to get it. She's 91. So I said to her, if you can't, because she can't see very well, she's got macular degeneration in her eyes. So she said she can't see to do the tests, so she usually has to get someone to come and do it for her. And I said, well, if you can't find anyone, like if they're not available, just let me know and I'll come down and do it. Because, I mean, I can wear a mask and I can wear gloves. And, but yeah, because apparently, because my uncle and auntie were there yesterday and Dad was there, came over to see them at the same time. And she said he looked a bit listless. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Because, yeah, I know she's petrified of catching it. Just because she's, you know, she's had, she's like me, she's had chronic fatigue since she was in her 40s. I think she got a really bad flu and never came right from that. But like me with my glandular fever that I had twice. So we're very similar. I said to her, I haven't had it yet, Nana, and apparently they're saying now that there could be a genetic predisposition to not getting COVID. And I said, maybe you and I got these overactive immune systems. Maybe we're just not going to get it. But anyway, I'm going to go and visit her in the next week or so before Christmas. And I will make sure I do a rat test before I go. I'll take a mask in case she wants to, or if it's a nice fine day, we can just sit out the back outside. And obviously I wouldn't go if I was feeling under the weather or anyone around me has COVID. So yeah, so that'll be a plan. I can take you to Wairoa and yeah, go and see Nana. I haven't been to see her for ages because she's been so terrified of catching COVID, and because I work in a school, I just haven't really wanted to put her at risk. But I mean, she's 91. I don't want her to die, and then I haven't actually seen her in person for months and months and months. Yeah, so yeah, I love my Nana. She's my dad's mum. So yes, Evan has gone up to out in the back block somewhere. He's gone to rescue someone whose harvester's broken down in the middle of a road. So I think we're just going to have leftover venison pie for dinner, so I'm going to heat that up. And I think I might just boil some potatoes and just roasty them up and just pretty much have the same dinner as we had last night. But I might just fry them up with some butter and put them on some rocket. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, bit distracting getting my DNA results. I haven't really done much. I mean, I've been outside, I've watered the garden and that, and I think I've probably put some shots of that on this video. Just another big thank you to all the lovely kind comments, and I think it was Sue that commented about me saying people not liking, doing the dislike on my videos. It's good to know that I've got my gang behind me. Yeah, oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So today, after I finished at work, I had to pop into town for something, and I went into the second-hand mart, which I've taken you guys through before at some stage, and they had a couple of really interesting. There was one which it had that little spinning wheel, and I was really tempted to get the spinning wheel, but I was like, it's an upright style one. And I actually Googled upright spinning wheels to try and identify the brand or the make, you know, in case could be homemade, I don't know. Because it's really hard to figure out, like, what's the tension, what's this, what's that. And it was quite difficult. So then I treadled it, and the treadle was really, the pedal was quite a short thing, and I just couldn't get it right. And I thought, nah, you just stick with your Ashford, Carla. You don't need 2 spinning wheels, because it's only $85. And the temptation, today I was like, if I go on there and it's still there, I'm going to buy it. But I didn't. But there was a neat little cabinet. It was like a little side table cabinet, and had a little cupboard, and then on the other side it had a shelf. And I thought, actually, it would be really cool, because you could have it beside your bed, and the cupboard would face out. But the little, if you had it on if you're looking at the bed, if you had it on the left side of the bed, the little cubby hole in the side of it, you could put your glass of water or whatever inside it. And that was $50. Probably a bit pricey. It wasn't in the best condition, but I want another woodworking project, another restoration project. And I'd love to just buy it just so I could do it up. So you never know, I might go back. Go back tomorrow, because I'm a free bird. I am a free bird. So yeah, so that's the only other exciting news. Yeah, I will go and get our dinner ready, or my dinner, and I'll put the oven on, reheat that pie, and then I think we'll just a nice easy dinner. I keep thinking it's Friday because it's my last day of work. Now I'm going to make sure that I remember to turn my alarm off. No 5:30 alarm. Yes. I don't think there's anything else to say. So I'm eating in front of the spinning wheel. Thought I'd better pause that. Got my reheated pie, new potatoes, homegrown rocket, homegrown potatoes too, and homegrown spring onion. I just boiled the potatoes. I didn't fry them in the end. And I've just cooled them slightly. I mixed them with the rocket with oil and salt and pepper, olive oil that is, and it's so nice. Yum.